Where the hell am I? Place that I like to call Destination X.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NUMBBBBBAAAAA the Right Reality Podcast. My name is Stephen.
And my name is Mixie. We are here to recap episode 7 of Destination X. Damn, we're really getting through this. The clues were there all along. And fuck that. Fuck that. These were, by far and away, I still think the Jennifer Aniston, even Longoria, is the worst clue that they ever gave. However, this episode in total was easily the worst clues we have seen yet. The worst. There's no songs with a bridge. Fuck off.
Right off with that.
Fuck off.
Right off. They knew that?
No chance they knew that.
They knew that?
Also, the justification of some of the other decisions that were made that were wrong made complete sense to me.
Yes. Yes. We will get to all of those issues. However, I will state out of the gate, that rhymed on purpose. I didn't just fall into that because I'm
No, you planned that, I know.
Professional all the way through and through. I would say it's the episode I have felt almost the most locked into trying to figure out what's going on.
I did feel as though things were not given to us on a silver platter, which I like, but I want to be able to understand what the clue even is.
Sure.
Steven, that whole Battleship thing, which, by the way, I could have watched that 5 times when they explained it. After watching the rest of the episode, I understood what it was. I had no fucking idea what was going on. No clue. First and foremost, no idea. Secondly, that whole situation was no clues whatsoever.
No, that's true. There were no clues whatsoever.
There was a drum with a lion on it.
Yeah.
And the map was a fuck off.
Well, so there were clues
directly off. That's so dumb. No.
I'm going to say I enjoyed it. I enjoyed basically this entire episode.
I want to be able to play.
Sure. And I want to be able to play too. But sometimes it's been too easy. And also when they know it and they say it midway through the episode, it takes steam out of it. Because I'm like, oh, everybody knows where they're at. So if I'm like pulling back and doing 10,000, I'm taking 10,000 feet in the air. Pilot Pete, shout out. And I'm looking down at it. I go, okay, I was confused, but also all they were as well. And for the first time this season, I'm like, oh, nobody got it. And my note was, this is what I have wanted for one episode from the beginning. And I'm sad it took us to 7 episodes to get to this point.
While I agree with you, I'd argue the fact that no one even was really close at all. And Peter straight up guessed. He was the closest. He full blown was just like, I don't fucking know. Bing. The fact that everyone was that far off, in my opinion, we need to find a middle ground here.
Okay.
Like, they need to all be thinking it's Italy, but maybe not knowing the city, right? Like,
yeah.
Come on. Croatia?
I think they had to assume that there was no way they would go back to Italy. And that's what I appreciated about this part of it was like, and we had even mentioned before, like, can they just go back to the same country again? Like, if they were, they probably wouldn't go to a big city. They went to fucking Venice. They put the boat on a barge and got drone shots of a boat on the barge. Shout out production.
That was
fucking
sick. I agree. That was dope as hell. For them to put that bus on a fucking boat was awesome.
Amazing. Like, just to get the shots of that, then to knock on the thing, open it up for all of them. 20 out of 10.
Yeah.
Visually stunning episode.
I agree with that.
The date, like the Battleship Daily, which we'll get to, love the idea of that because it's something very different than we've done before.
Yeah.
And also, like, we're down to 6 people, so we can't do things in the way we did before. Also, we just did a thing with kayaks down, like, a tributary of the thing. like, all in all, I really enjoyed it. Did I also not know where the fuck they were the entire time and was like, Venice? I'll get to it. The reveal of Venice. We'll get to the reveal of Venice.
Yeah. Let's start at the beginning here.
Yes. Oh, we also need to say, in case you're not listening to McBee, which, how dare you?
Oh, God.
How dare you? How dare you not be listening and watching McBee?
Please. If you don't want to watch the show, just watch the recaps. Just watch me and Stephen scream for an hour. That's
basically what you're going to get. And we're going to be eating McMuffins.
And we are eating McMuffins. Well, I fucked that up, but you'll have to check out how I fucked that up.
Ooh. The question is she going to get a McMuffin next week? So we do need to let everybody know. We did it. Thank you very much to all of you. We've reached 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very proud of that thing we've been building for a long time. We appreciate that. We got to 1,000, which means you're probably getting some ads now.
Sorry.
I don't know how. Yeah. Papa needs a new pair of shoes. Okay.
I need something, dude.
We all need something, Mix. So I don't know how many ads you're getting as part of this. If it seems like for some reason they're putting 80 ads in it, please let us know.
Yeah.
And I'll see how I can delete these out. It gives me opportunities to put them in. When I turn them on, it says, here's where they might go. I don't know if those are all of them. So who the fuck knows? But we're learning and growing here on the number one.
That's what we do.
It's what we've done since day one. We will continue to do it. So before we get into this week, I have to get into something from last week. Before we move on, Mixie does not know I'm about to send her a video from last week.
As always, I am terrified.
I saw this while I was pulling clips while editing for a certain section. And I am befuddled that neither of us saw that. Honestly, little disappointed in the audience that you guys did not see this and immediately send us a timestamp, but that's okay.
It's our job.
It is our job to do it. So I'm now sending it to Mixie. As soon as she pulls it up on her phone, I need the live reaction of her watching this clip. It is cinema. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Enjoy.
Oh, man.
How's the dungeon?
It's creepy, for sure. I'm sure once the lights are out,
Once the lights are out.
We fucking called it. We knew. It was right after the ass of the week, so I understand why we both missed it.
Yeah, that's probably both of us were writing down about the cupping. Yep. It's nice to be right all the time sometimes, you know?
It is, and that's what the number one does.
Thank you for that loyalty. I appreciate you just solidifying exactly what you are.
Yeah, we just knew. We knew we would get. Honestly, he had to hide the dangle earring because that would be the first giveaway. But this,
he tried to hide the tattoo, not to us though.
This is just so innate in their system that it's just like you can't not.
Honestly, it was seamless.
Yeah, it's like, and it was legitimately when he realized we're gonna sleep in the same bed and we're banging tonight.
And the lights are turning off, and all of a sudden it's just. That's amazing.
Oh, God. What a way to start this episode. Let's get into this week's episode. Mix, are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's do it.
Let's get into episode 7. Now, we start this episode with Biggie being absolutely heartbroken over Mac. And it was hard to watch, but it reiterated something to me that we've been having an issue with this whole season. I had no idea that Biggie and Mac were as close as they were. If you're going to show me him being this devastated over the situation, can you please show me their friendship through episodes 1 through 6? Because I never saw that.
No. They set it up at the beginning of that episode, and I was like, oh, he's betraying her.
Well, yeah, because and that, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And again, I still didn't really even see their friendship. We just got him with a one-liner, and then Mac giving him information, and then him betraying her. That was not a friendship thing that I saw.
I do wonder if this is a Peacock show, and these hours are an episode. We're getting more of that. And now I'm not asking it to be on Peacock because I feel like, well, I shouldn't even say that because Love Island and Traitors get a huge budget, but it's not going to get those type of budgets.
No.
Even though the budget for this was probably fantastic,
Massive.
all things considered. We'd probably see more of that, but I like the fact that it's on NBC. NBC doesn't do a lot of reality programming that they put on the main network, so I enjoy that. I would just like to see what else they would have thrown in. I think this all would have made it. All that character development and friendships would have made it, but when you cut it down to 42 minutes and you have 2 dailies and a map room,
it takes up a lot of the time. I don't disagree with you. It's just like, if you're going to, especially the next episode, show me again.
Yeah, set it up maybe 2 episodes before, right?
Yeah, I need something.
Yeah.
But anyways, we immediately go to the first challenge of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And we find out we're taking canoes or kayaks. I don't know the difference, and I quite frankly don't care. Teams of 2 are taking them to checkpoints to answer riddles. And whoever gets the most right in the fastest time wins the clue.
A postcard, if you will. A postcard.
Ugh. Rick says he's a big canoe guy. Shocking.
Shocking. I wrote that down. I wrote down Rick saying, "Oh, I do this all the time with my wife." Not surprised.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. I had no idea. Nothing about you screams, "I love a canoe."
Not one thing about it. Just your general disposition. Just everything. I was like, yeah. You know who's not a canoe kayak guy? Me.
Yeah, I don't get that from you. I also don't get it from Janae.
Yeah, not a kayak gal. Could tell by the way her helmet was basically 90 degrees off the top of her head the entire episode.
Amazing. When you saw these 3 teams, who did you have money on?
Well, I also thought,
how are these the teams?
that was one thought, but then I was like, no, there's no way Destination X also borrowed the algorithm from the challenge.
Yeah, I'm loving this no explanation of how they're breaking people up.
It was
never gotten
random.
one.
They said it was random. He said he
I'm
randomly
sure
picked
it was.
Now, if there's 4 men left and 2 women left, and there's teams of 2, I would say the odds are stacked against it that it would be a team of females together.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty hard to come by, but not with the algorithm.
No,
that's
the
always
algorithm.
right.
Always right. It's never production. It's never set up. It is true. And how dare you? Still these many years later, how dare you?
To be honest with you, I thought Biggie and Peter had this in the bag. I didn't think Rick and Loyalty would work well together, but it seemed like Loyalty understood his place as Bronze and Rick understood his place as Brains, and it worked out for them in the long run. But I really thought that it was Biggie and Peter's to lose.
From a production standpoint, love the idea that, hey, we're going to base it off time if you all get the answers correct. And there's only 3 questions, so maybe you do it. Now, if the questions were like things that people might actually be able to get right.
Ridiculous, these things. First and foremost, I believe it was Janae said, "Who is Elton John?"
Fireable offense. Throw off the bus right there.
I'm sorry. What rock I would be devastated if I didn't know who Elton John is.
I can't believe somebody would say that out loud. Like,
girl, that's, in my opinion, that's worse than not knowing who Heidi Klum is.
well, it's not even a comparison.
Yeah,
Obviously.
That one, I was picking my jaw off the floor. How do you live life?
Yeah. I also want to state, I will not be asking her how she does not know Elton John because she's not being made available for interviews this week. So,
and that is all we're going to say about that.
Yeah.
When the answer was a song without
Bridges?
a bridge in it.
I wrote down Eva Longoria territory. Here we are. Plant a flag in this.
I was livid. I don't even remember what the second checkpoint was. I just put, "Are you fucking kidding me with these checkpoints?" Checkpoint 2, ?
Elton John, Madonna, Simon and Garfunkel, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now, I do think one of the things somebody said was the Super Bowl. They've all played in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be right. I don't think Madonna's done it. Simon and Garfunkel didn't do that, but I think the other half, maybe Madonna didn't.
I think that's one that team chose Simon and Garfunkel.
It's whatever. But honestly, if I'm thinking about it now, obviously all of these are there for a Destination X reason and not like, oh, was it a team in the Super Bowl? And then to be like, hey, there's a bridge at the end of the creek that you're in, so that should have been the giveaway. You don't get to back yourself into that. You don't get to back yourself into that.
That was garbage.
It's fine. It's fine.
Is it
it's
fine? What was checkpoint 2?
Well, it's fine because I did hear Allie state during this point, quote, "We can't get tired," end quote, while sounding, you guessed it, out of breath and tired. And I go, love it.
I will say, I do believe that Allie and Janae beat the guys to the bins. I think their strategy was go in, spend 2 seconds to try to figure out what it is, grab one and move.
And just hope that you get...
And just hope it's time.
Yeah, 1 out
and
of 3
hope you
chance.
get, one of them. Because when they showed the wide of them putting their bags in the bin at the end, the other 2 bins were empty.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
There was a wide shot, and you could see that they were putting it in. Now, maybe the other ones came, and they put it in, and they took them out and cleared them.
Yeah.
But it seems to me...
Okay. Feel like
Which shouts out, girly pops.
We should follow up on that and see what we can gain from that. Fantastic moment for the ladies then. Not a fantastic thing, I will say. Bad GoPro position for Allie in the kayak. Weren't helping her with the angles for the kayak, and I'll just say that.
Generally rough.
Generally rough, considering the position you're sitting in as a lady, considering the fit you're wearing.
No girl wants that shit.
No, we don't need it there. And I felt like maybe she could have just like, oh, I hit it with the paddle accidentally. Get that out of my lady bits. But respect, she knew she's selling a TV show.
Yeah.
So, checkpoint 2 was Mykonos, town with the L word that I don't know, Sicily and Blent Island. I know 2 of those. Didn't know the capital and the island place.
And once again, I'll say, fuck that.
Okay. The fact that somebody got that right with something that was technically right, and then Jeffrey Dean Morgan, our absolute fearless host, who had an incredible episode this week, by the way.
He did. He crushed.
Comes on and is like, sure, it's the one that's not a capital. We were actually looking for islands. The one that's not an island.
Yeah, again. I'm sorry. If you're going to make it like this, then you need to think it through and think, is there any other possible way that there's one outlier other than what we're trying to do here?
Yeah. Pick another city. Just go like, I don't know, Manchester in England. That's not a capital.
The first thing that these people probably thought of. Like,
yeah, also, but I will say, I'll give them credit. Now, obviously, they studied for the show knowing they were going to Europe. Had no idea, never even heard of that city, let alone that it would be a capital. So maybe they're like, these dumb idiots aren't going to know that. Just like Stephen at The Right Reality. He wouldn't know that.
Well, I definitely fucking didn't know any of this shit.
I did keep your name out of my mouth when I said that. And I put it all on me because I felt like that was a given. But
selfless of you, but I will fall on the sword. I, again, could have been there all day long. No time.
I think this was the one where Allie felt like she was fighting the good fight. Allie was trying to be a good teammate and being like, yeah, but I get you want that one. Can you just give me like just a little bit of reason why?
Uh-huh.
And she's like, I don't know. I eeny, meeny, miny, moed it. It was the mo. And she's like, maybe we don't go with that reasoning. Maybe we try to come up with something else. Like it's a capital. I don't know. Like maybe we'll kind of get it right by accident. And Janae's like, no, it's a Mo. I need to go because this helmet's going to fall off the side of my face.
And you know what was my favorite part during all of this? That's Janae's reasoning, right, for picking one of the bags.
Mm-hmm.
She, when they show her dropping the bags in the bins, she says, and I quote, "Is there a chance I could win this?" And I just go out loud, nope.
Nope. No.
Respectfully, no.
No.
Generally, this like daily, no.
No.
The whole
The
thing,
show? No.
girl.
It was at that point, I think the line was, as we get closer to the end, I'm like, can I win this? I think was the exact quote. And I'm like, nah, you're probably out this episode based off you saying that out loud.
I'm going to go with not going to make it any further, actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it that our conspiracy corner was correct last week, and you probably should have gone home last week, but they needed more than 2 episodes of you to help promote the show, so they kind of worked around it a little bit without really making up the rules as they went, even though they did, I think. And now, like, okay, if you go out now, like we can't do it 2 episodes in a row. That would look real suspicious.
Yeah, I also don't think that they could possibly have saved
the
situation
based off this one
that ended up happening.
No.
So Rick and Loyalty win.
Yeah, we did have the 3rd check mark.
Oh, the 3rd checkpoint. Yeah, go ahead. Because
balloon, ice cubes, cork, and marble. It floats. I don't know how I would have got to that. How long they were there trying to guess these things. Are these thoughts that just come to people's heads that me and Mix don't have? Did anybody at home immediately say that?
Yeah, I would say out of all of them, I think I would have gotten that one eventually.
Sure.
But still, yeah, I mean, it made sense to me, the logic, and I hate to say this, I think it was Janae that said it. She was like, well, the other 3 are solids, and ice cubes can turn into a liquid. Like, the other ones can't turn into a different, what is it, state of matter?
Yes.
I pulled that.
Excuse me.
So deep out of the archives. Holy shit, you watched it happen. That was Banana Land.
Where am I? I'm feeling lightheaded.
Same. That made more sense to me. That's probably where I would have gone immediately as well.
But they said it with such certainty. Like, oh, this one sinks. And I was like,
who cares?
Oh, it does. That's the answer. And it goes green. I was like, but on the last one, you said it was a capital.
The first one was bridges.
And it wasn't for that. So I don't know if it's just that simple, but okay. Okay.
Garbage.
I just want to be in the pitch meeting. I want somebody to have a recording of that pitch meeting. Like, okay, so for the clues, guys, they've been doing really well. I want to fuck up their world.
Yeah, that had to have been the conversation.
So Venice, what is Venice known for? And they're like, what's a floating city? Okay, all right, I think we can do something with that. We can do things that like float, things that don't. Okay, what else? Well, it's a bunch of islands. Okay, I think we can kind of do something with that, like island chains. Okay, we can work with that. What else? Lots of bridges. Oh, let me cook on this. Let me just cook for a little bit on this. What if?
Garbage.
Hear me out.
No, that was a sleep. Come back the next day.
They were left at bridges,
and they were like, you know what? Let's sleep on this. Let's really make sure that we make it make 0 sense.
I think honestly,
who's the guy that came up with the Jennifer Aniston Eva Longoria? Call him back up.
Same person. Yeah, the fixer. Like we need an expert. We got to go to this person. Honestly, I'm thinking
nobody got that
in my head. At this time, the Eras tour was on. Mixie's gonna glaze over because we're talking about Taylor Swift. She doesn't give a shit. The big thing was the bridge in Cruel Summer. That was a big thing at the time. Everybody's waiting for the bridge of the song. So somebody's like, there's bridges and songs. Maybe we can do things where like artists who have things with, they're like, whoa. I love it. Put it in there. Yeah. If we're sitting here being like, huh? Then people at home will also be like, huh? But I need another Eva Longoria, Jennifer Aniston.
This was there.
This was it. I would love at the end of the season to see if that one or the Eva Longoria thing is the most crazy clue. I think we should have a crazy clue thing on the finale.
I'm going to still go with Eva Longoria, Jennifer Aniston being the most insane. Although the salt in the vase in the mirror is also up there.
That's up there too. Yeah, that's up there too. So they get there, and Loyalty and our
Ricky
guy,
Rick.
Professor Rick, are the winners.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrations for all. Love this daily. Love the visuals of it. Love that the girls got turned around and we're going
Hated
backwards. Hilarious. Honestly, right now, little shocked because we're moving on to the next thing. I swear to God, Ass of the Week was in that segment. I swear to God, Ass of the Week was in that segment.
It was not.
That's wild.
I honestly feel like it probably was, but I can't tell you, Stephen. I was seeing red during this entire thing. After the bridge thing for Checkpoint 1, I barely paid attention. I was so pissed off.
It was shortly after that. I actually went to the extent, and I never do
Of
this.
screenshotting it?
I already recorded the video of it from our
What
screener
is it?
because I was like, this is it. This has got to be it.
What is it? What do you think it is?
What do I think it is now? I have no clue. Hold on. I'm playing it for myself.
Is it Allie or
here.
Janae?
Oh, in that time frame, it was Allie.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, I think that I've become ass blind to the two of them just because of the amount of W's that they keep walking away with.
What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to screenshot this from
You're going to
Mix.
hate the ass of the week that I picked then.
I don't see how this, hold on. I know I can actually send this to Mix. I'm going to text it to her in the moment. Here we go. Almost sent that to the wrong person.
That would have been amazing.
Been really strange. So I sent it to Mix. She's going to look at it. She's going to take a little bit of time because there's a little pre-roll before that. But Loyalty, as I said, and Professor Rick win. They get a postcard, which is everything I would want winning a daily. I hope they got to keep that postcard, honestly. And now they're analyzing this postcard, which is just a freeze frame. Now, if you were like a Venice guy or gal before, you might have got it by this point. You'd have seen that and known exactly what it was. You see it?
I've already seen 2. I've seen 3. I see what you're thinking.
Okay,
and I probably should have caught it, but it did not catch my eye because I was pissed
seeing red
about the Checkpoint 1. Honestly,
okay, sorry, ladies. We apologize.
You know you've got great asses. You've been getting the awards.
Yeah. You don't need another.
Spread the wealth. So let's all hold on to our cheeks and wait to see who gets ass of the week this week.
I cannot wait. I've never been more excited.
You're gonna hate it.
Oh God. Okay. Okay, we'll get to it. They get a postcard, see the postcard, and they're like, huh? What does this mean? Out of nowhere, Loyalty pulls something like Mixie just pulled States of Matter out of her brain. And it's like, Lady Madonna? And he's like, and I'm like, well, that can't be right.
At this rate, it probably is.
And they're like, it also looks like marble. And I'm like, excuse me, you just can't. Huh? Oh, and this looks like a bridge. I'm like, it can't be that easy.
Honestly, Stephen, are we just dumb?
Maybe. Also, maybe they had some other things that honestly, they have all day to sit on this bus and analyze things.
Totally. But also, I've said numerous times, and I'll say it again, you can give me days. I would have never got that bridge thing.
Well.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything.
Let's move to the second challenge, yeah?
Yeah, we shall.
So, Peter and Biggie are chosen to be the two captains.
They are.
Because their hands went up first. Whatever. Peter gets first pick. Again, why? I don't know. Peter decides to pick his two Bernard. Peter decides to pick his two allies. Bernard! I swear to fucking God. Not today, sir. I am not playing today. No!
If you miss McBee and McDynasty, Bernard had to go in another room. He was
about
punished.
to get fucking banished again.
He was punished because he tried to eat the McGriddle. He tried to eat in the bag of McDonald's, which is excusable. But
anyways, Peter decides to pick his Bernard. Peter decides to pick his alliance as his team. Stephen?
Yeah.
Smart or stupid?
Ooh. His reasoning for it, smart.
Mm-hmm.
Because of what fucked him on the last episode. Or 2 episodes ago, right? Where it's like, well, if I have one person from those 3 people who are clearly working together and they get any bit of it, it doesn't make any sense. So smart for that reason. Yeah. They had no idea that the loser was going to go in the map room when they picked it. And that's what I love that this show is doing.
I agree.
This show, week after week after week after week, changes every element of how you go in, when you go in, why you're picking teams, what the advantage is, how could this cost you? Is it good to win? Is it bad to win?
Mm-hmm.
All of it.
Yep.
And I would love to see that for the challenge.
I agree.
I would love to see that for our show, The Challenge, because by the first week, they get it. Second week, they got it figured out because they've done this so many times.
Halfway through, they'll give a twist, but that's about it.
That's about it. But there's no, again, it's a format. It's just like Survivor. We get it. This is how you have to do shows like that. But that's what makes this show so amazing in my view, is that I could sit here and it's got to be fun to make for like the challenge producers, the EPs, everybody, where it's just like, do whatever. Yep. Do whatever you want. Honestly, if you got a crazy idea being like, hey, put artists in that have bridges as song titles, that will drive people crazy. Do it. You want to do teams of 3s and whoever loses, all 3 go in the map room? Love that idea.
Yep.
And that's what's great about it. It keeps changing up. So for that reason, I would say it was a good idea based off what happened before. What do you think, though? I think you're maybe leaning the other way.
I feel like it wasn't the smartest. I get, again, what you're saying. I get why he was thinking that. And I'm not just saying it because I know the outcome. You have to hedge your bets in this shit. And at this point especially, you've got 6 people in total, so you and 5 other people.
Yeah.
You gotta be riding with your alliance, and you gotta be setting up your entire alliance for success. And in order to do that and guarantee some sort of information, there's only 2 teams, so you split your alliance in half, you're gonna get the information. As long as you feel your alliance is as strong as I will say it seems their alliance is. Now, Rick was a little sneaky little snake, and I don't know about him, but if I was Peter and in Peter's shoes and how strongly Peter is feeling on the situation, I think it was not the best gameplay move. You got to be hedging your bets.
I would say I think maybe he did. I think maybe he goes, Rick keeps winning all these dailies somehow.
Yeah,
or at least getting to the end. Last week, got to the end. Week before that, he won like, I think 3 in a row. And I think he's going, hey, I think we got it if I put him on the team. Plus, if we win, I'm assuming probably we're all not going to go in the room and it'll be them. And I'm getting out one of their 3 guaranteed.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because of the way the game worked, it became the opposite. I'll just say, I don't think Peter is that upset because Janae wasn't giving him.
No, Janae was their anchor, and it was not in a good way.
She was coasting based off her having a relationship with Peter. She's not winning dailies. She's not bringing. True. She's not bringing information back. She's not like learning things. Did not see her at any point sit there and try to decipher a clue. this girl, respectfully, I think was on for the ride.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of that she got was the Heidi Klum thing. And she even was like, I don't even know what the fuck the clue was that I just got.
But I don't think that was like Heidi Klum is a clue. I think she was like, oh, that's Heidi Klum. Right? Like, oh.
I don't disagree with you.
Now, whether she went back and told people, hey, Heidi Klum was the thing, and people were like, well, Heidi Klum, German, like, it makes sense. Like, okay, no. I think she was like, oh, that was Heidi Klum. Oh, how cool. I saw Heidi Klum today on an iPad / mirror. Let's move forward.
Bernard. Holy shit.
Oh, Bernard. Listen to Bernard.
Buddy.
He's having a day, everybody.
Chill, my dude.
Now,
Okay.
I will say, Bernard at the office, everybody, very chill guy. Just kind of hangs out.
Thank you so much.
Sleeps all day. Just sleeps on his little chair. He's got a green chair that he's usually sleeping on. And he's out. He's snoring away. He will knock over his little water thing like he did today. Not on purpose.
Just because he's an idiot.
Yeah, just because he's an idiot. And he likes to stir things up. But usually pretty good. He's not shitting on floors and stuff like that.
He is parkouring off of walls in my apartment right now.
I think we can hear it. And I think he appreciates that because I think he knows he's got a review coming up later directed just to Bernard. So
he must be aware.
He anticipated.
So as I said before, no idea what's happening with this Battleship situation.
Yeah.
Not how you play Battleship at all.
No. It's a
I'm sorry, Stephen. You know what? I hate to be this person. I'm calling bullshit on you. There is no way that you knew what the fuck was going on until they were like halfway through them taking. All of a sudden, they're taking steps into squares. You had no idea that was happening. They say Battleship. I'm thinking you're saying C5.
Yeah, I thought they were maybe going to do that, but he was like, oh, we're going to like put him in the first half. And I'm like, okay, that makes me think they're going to have to progress. And the size of the steps are human-sized steps. Okay, the squares, rather. And I'm like, okay, they combined
Bullshit.
Two different things. Battleship, there's a game called Mastermind.
They did not explain this at all.
Well, Jeffrey Dean Morgan was looking too cool coming out of those barracks to explain it. You know?
He looked really cool. He's
very
so fucking
TJ
cool.
Lavin coded.
He's very cool. Allie and Loyalty kiss out of nowhere. Did you catch that?
Did I kiss it? Did I catch the fact that it basically looks like these two just got engaged on the show? Yes. Throughout the entire episode. Lots of hand holding. Lots of like, you're about to go off to war, babe. I love you. Please come back to me.
They kiss and I just go, okay, sure.
I need a timeline. How long has this been? I know she's a lover girl. She said in the first episode, I should have believed it when I heard it. But we're like 10 days in? Respect. But, holy God.
I hate it. I hate it because I don't have any information. I want to root for them. I do.
Okay.
I can't. I don't understand any of it. What do these two have in common?
Oh, that's a really good point.
How did they connect?
What was the bond over? All these are questions I should be writing down.
They're having like deep heart-to-heart conversations on that bus about their lives.
Yeah, but
well, Allie probably is. I don't know. But
that's not what this show is, unfortunately. But
I don't care.
But you can't
be
feed
putting
us
them
the story.
Then
correct.
Don't show them.
Don't show any of that.
This is the same thing I said at the beginning.
Yeah.
Don't show Biggie sad about Mac leaving if I'm not gonna get any sort of buildup as to why he's sad that they're leaving. Don't show them smooching on this battleship field when we have no idea why they even like each other.
No, we don't. We have no sort of context of what they bonded over, any of those types of things.
I'm over it, but I'm under Biggie. He's pissed off. He's turned around at the boards, becoming this week
Ass of the week. Ass of the week.
I don't know what this ass is. Can you give me a time code? I need to go look at this right now.
I can tell you it's right before Loyalty gets, it's when Loyalty, remember they decided they were going to go in a straight line
Okay.
And then Loyalty goes, I'm moving over one.
Yeah.
And he is like, stick to the plan, and he turns around all mad.
Yeah.
But yes, because right after this, I wrote, Amen, Rick, Loyalty is also pissing me off. What the fuck is this, like, reading the gods to figure out which square to go to thing?
Yeah, the arm thing, can you maybe, like...
I think it's just something that comes to a person when they decide to go to a tattoo parlor and get the word loyalty written across their chest in big block letters. I think that, like, you also get a superpower to understand which square to walk into in this makeshift battlefield, whatever the fuck we're playing game.
By just putting your arm out, though. Like, you're feeling the air, almost, if you will.
It was a punch in the face offense, in my opinion.
I had so many questions about the strategy of this. I will also say, I know you didn't like it. I love this challenge. I loved it.
I didn't dislike it. I just wish that it was explained so that it didn't take me halfway through.
Okay.
To figure out what the fuck was going on. Like, when they were like, if Peter gets out, it's game over. I'm like, how?
It's true. I think they chose the
like, I want to be in it. And it seemed like it was a good game to be in.
Yeah.
But I didn't get in it until it was over.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I liked it because, well, you're right. If it was explained better, shout out Network TV not having enough time. The multiple options of playing this strategy, I would have loved to just dig in and just sit there and go over with somebody. Like, but obviously there's some rules. You can't put multiple in the same row, all that type of stuff, right? You can jump across left to right as many things as you want. I would have just stacked everything in the front, screw people up, or I would have just put everything in the back. I don't know. Space it out. I don't know. Again, lots of strategies. Are you just going to go one line the entire game? Fantastic idea.
Which makes sense now that I watched it all the way through. I'm like, why do you want to go in a straight line? It makes sense. Once I got to the end.
Yes. But also, the other thought is it's easy to remember for the other people going.
Yeah.
If you're going right, left, middle, right again, I got to be like right, left, middle, right again. Okay, I'm going to go straight. I'm going to move over one. I'm good. Now I'll go straight or go back to the same thing. Just fascinating. Fascinating. I actually want to play this game. I think it's a good game. I would like to play it.
It would be like a fun backyard game. Like a backyard barbecue game.
Ooh, yes.
Where there's like two headmasters and then everybody else like tries to, you know what I mean? Just an idea. I got even more mad when Peter gets out and Loyalty goes full feral.
Oh. I've never seen Loyalty this worked up before.
I'm sorry. That is so unattractive.
My note was to be like, Mix. If you're in Allie's shoes, literally I wrote, if you're in Allie's shoes, would this turn you on that your man was this competitive or turn you off? It sounds like
ick. I am all for competitive nature, but to come out of the woodwork, not really giving a shit from what we've seen about any of the other things, and then going that hard. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Wedding Crashers, fantastic movie when they're playing the football in the backyard and they like those couple of brothers. Yeah.
Go. It's what Maryland does. Crab cakes and football.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
It's a no for me, dog.
I will also say you were that worked up about taking steps forward. No physical contact. No rejection. You didn't just like block Shaq. Like LeBron didn't come up, try to like deke you and you slapped it out of his hand. You didn't just pick off Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, you walked in a straight line.
And you went to the right once.
And then you went back.
Right. You got
way to go, buddy. We're so proud of you.
He wasn't that excited for the kayaking thing.
No.
Which is more physical and mental things.
It was
walking. He got pumped for walking.
It was not my cup of tea.
Honestly,
sir.
maybe he should be the one doing like physical fitness programs for children and inspiring them to get excited about just walking forward.
You're so right. You're so right.
Yeah. And he could be like, look at the body you get when you walk in a straight line successfully.
Do you want loyalty written across your chest? Try walking.
Try walking. And you know what? I have loyalty to walking in a straight line. And when we agreed that I would walk in a straight line the entire way.
I said no, sir.
I said no. Because I forgot to look at my chest. I forgot to look for one moment. I had no loyalty to the plan, but then I got back on the plan because of loyalty, and it worked until it didn't at the end, where I also looked back and was like, hey, I'm going to zig again. I got it right once. And they're like, I don't know.
I'm going to zag it out.
And it was incorrect. If he would have done the entire thing and got it on the oneer,
oh my God, that would have been even grosser.
That's when you can celebrate. But you got picked off. So it's just like, okay, all right, cool. We got here. Let's clap it up, boys. Let's clap it up.
A humble loyalty.
Yeah,
he was humbled.
I would love to know whether she was like, oh yeah, that's doing it for me, or been like,
we'll have to ask her eventually.
Ick. Okay.
I hated it. So Peter, Janae, and Rick lose the game. Rick doesn't even get to go, and neither does Allie. Didn't matter.
No.
They lose. They get back on the bus. Now, this I was shocked by. Rick, what seems like pretty much immediately to getting on the bus, goes and sits with Allie, Loyalty, and Biggie, and immediately goes, you got to give me something. And I'm like, dude, in front of all three of them, pull Biggie, dude.
Yeah.
I was shocked that he did it in front of all three of them. And then I was even more shocked that Biggie told him what they were thinking.
I think smart move by Biggie.
Thing.
Smart move by Biggie, though, for two reasons. OG thing, yes, sure, number one. Number two, if I know something where I think I know where we're at, it seems like Rick, who's always known where we're at, doesn't know. So if I throw him a bone here, I got a 50-50 chance of getting Peter out, which is what I've wanted for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to play that and not go with the 1 in 3 chance of losing somebody I don't necessarily want out. You know, I got a 33% chance of losing.
They all knew what was gonna happen.
I think they did, but nobody got.
As soon as they lost, I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, for multiple reasons, but yes.
And on top of it, when it did happen, when Janae got cut, no one gave a singular shit. Did you notice that?
As a matter of fact, I have video playing right now of Allie reacting to this, and it's quite entertaining. Just look at that face. It's just like, oh my God. I'm not going to put words in this woman's mouth.
No.
I would like all of you to do that and put them in the YouTube comments. What was she thinking in her head right now, everybody? Look at this. Look at this tape on a loop. Now you go ahead to the comments, put in what you think she was thinking, and we can go from there.
It's Venice, as we said before. How the fuck?
The gasps that came out of my body.
Mm-hmm.
At no point in time did I think they were in Italy. At no point in time would I have even gone Venice at that point. Like,
I don't even know what I would have guessed if I was in their shoes.
I would have, like, I guess, gone where that city was, like somewhere in that country, because if not, like, why would that clue have been there? But also, if I'm thinking back to it, have they given us a capital of a place we've been to before? I mean, the Salzburg thing, like, they gave us the name of the city. It wouldn't be that easy.
Yeah.
But something adjacent, which technically it was, the gasps, that was Venice. I was like, oh, shit.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sound dumb, probably. If you were on that bus boat
Yes.
and Jeffrey D. Morgan knocked on the window, and you looked out. Are you immediately saying, "Oh, we're in Venice"? Like, is that like?
I think it's recognizable
view?
enough that you would be able to, as you're sitting there, like, where could we be?
Because Biggie was like, "Oh my God, it's Venice," and I'm like, "How?"
I mean, it's a city
And
on the
maybe
water.
I'm just a dummy, stupid white girl from Ohio, but like,
Don't sell yourself short.
you're right. I'm just one dumb, but
Yeah.
yes. I was just like, I feel as though information is being given to these people, and then they go, okay, repeat it back to us.
Very possibly, Mix. But, you know, I'm choosing to believe in Biggie.
I
But
mean,
I
that's
think
why I'm
after a
asking.
while.
Maybe I'm the dumbass.
I think that was after a while. I don't think it was immediate. I think they went around for a little bit and they were like, oh, I see those gondolas. We're in Venice. There we go.
Or they're all talking on the bus, and eventually,
Also, when they put them on the barge, like we saw it getting on the thing and they was rocking. We didn't have the reveal at this point yet, right?
they had already
Voted.
Yes,
Right. But we didn't have the reveal of where we were yet, correct?
correct. According to the edit, yes.
Which I believe for various reasons that we kind of know. They get on the thing and it starts moving. I would have been like, what the actual fuck is going on? I thought we were literally going out onto an island at that point.
Oh, and then
Because
you're,
we
like,
were talking
drive
about
again.
islands, and I was like, okay, it's going to be like an island in the thing, and they're putting the bus on. Literally, they're going to get out, and we're going to be on that little teeny tiny island or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Venice was out of left field.
Yeah.
I loved it. What did they not do at the beginning of this episode, Mix?
Show us rolling hills.
They did. They showed us. They didn't show us fucking Venice. They didn't show us canals. Like they would have
did they
done in the
not?
other ones. It was just like countryside. Oh, look, because that's where they started.
Yeah,
They didn't go, hey,
It's also so confusing.
Gondolas.
They like go and do stuff in not
I like it.
Destination X, and they're like, we're 100 miles away from Destination X. Okay, what?
I like it though. I want this. I wanted this the entire time. I didn't want to know where we were going. I didn't want you to show me shots of the fucking Champs-Elysees and like all these
Yeah.
things. I didn't want to see the Arc de Triomphe. I didn't want to see that. I wanted to go, oh my God, Venice? And I think we only got that because nobody had it right.
And I agree with you. And it was a nice, refreshing edit. I agree with that. What makes me mad is
Everything
clues.
else?
The clues were infuriating. So that's the end of episode 7. So we have 3 more?
I think we have 3 more. So we have 5 people left. 1, 2.
We're going all the way down to a final 2? That seems
No, we're at 5
Crazy.
now. So this is episode what? 7?
mhm.
8? By the end of 8, we're down to 4. 9? And we have
The
3
final.
people go to the final?
Okay. All right.
Maybe all 4 to go. Maybe it's a non-elimination leg. I don't know.
Maybe
we
it
get 4
is.
to the
Maybe
final.
and then maybe it's a 2-part final. We'd love a 2-parter.
We got to get to London though, right? Somehow. Like that
I mean, we went to Paris.
I feel like we're ending in London somehow. I don't know why, but I feel like we're ending in London.
Okay.
I don't know. Channel overnight. Who knows?
Just touched down in London town.
That is the song that you just sang. Okay, we got to get to a
Is
review
there a
real
bridge
quick.
in it? I don't fucking know.
We'll get to a review real quick before we let you go. Again, no Janae interview. We're releasing this episode without an interview. We are tentatively scheduled to have a big interview. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you who the people are that we might be interviewing,
Mhm.
but I will tell you the number one's doing number one things. And I said multiple people. So I will tell you it's not Jeffrey Dean Morgan because he's not multiple people.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't be able to keep that in if that was the case.
That is true. And that's why I want to put it out there because everybody's like, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I said multiple people, not him.
I fucking wish. I would take the day off of work, no pay.
Maybe we can effort that. I feel like he's filming right now. I feel like he's filming Walking Dead stuff. I think
that show is still happening.
There's multiple versions of it.
Directly off.
There's multiple versions of that universe.
No way.
Yeah, there's like an AMC Plus version where it's like it's a giant.
What is this, 90 Day Fiance?
There's so many versions of that. I don't know how people.
So many versions.
I don't know how people can do all those things. Okay, the review we have is from Kelsey Weaver, who is an OG. Kelsey's been with us for a while. Shout out, Kelsey. And the review is 5 stars, obviously, and it says for Bernard.
Oh, do I need to get him?
You can get him. I feel like Bernard should be able
to hear this.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Everybody, King B is here. He's looking so majestic. Okay, Bernard, real quick. Here we go. For Bernard, absolute favorite podcast ever. Now give Bernard his treat right now. Now, Kelsey, I know you submitted this last Monday and we're just getting to it. He did get his churro treat.
He did. He also got a treat at work, so I can't.
He did.
As you can see, he's getting so very big.
He is a very big boy.
He is a very big boy now.
A very big boy.
And so I will not be giving him a treat now, but I can start the next episode with one.
Okay, we can do that. He's not small. He big.
He's no longer small. The long way. The long way.
The long way around. That wraps it up this week, everybody. Thank you so much, as always. Again, thank you for the 1,000 subscribers. We really, 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 really mean that. Yes, we know you're waiting on a Smasher Pass. That will be coming. We have lives. We're trying to get through 2 shows currently.
We have lives or we have wives?
Lives.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm not hiding anything from you.
Okay, cool.
So we got stuff we got to do, but it is in the works.
Yes. It's going to be worth it.
I can't wait.
I have been avoiding seeing it as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
But
yes.
The Super Mario Bros are back and it's the challenge.
It's just it's incredible. What? Also, I want to shout out, as always, Mr. Moneybag Morales, who asked about the escape room, how much it would actually take to get in there.
I would rather black out again.
You just got your answer. So that's not happening, but that would be lots of fun.
No.
Thank you guys very much. We love you. We will see you next week for McBee and episode 8. And you'll get an interview in the middle of this. Jesus Christ, I'm very busy. Okay, bye.
The gift that keeps on giving, the right reality. Bye.